So I'm just getting done doing my brows. I was just filling my brows in. And they look really good. This morning I used for my brows brow powder as well to fill them in just a little bit more better. But it worked out really good. And it looks so natural. You can't even tell where I put the brow powder at because it's time for me to get a trim with my brows. But it helped me, so I wouldn't have to do so much with my brows this morning. And you know how I'm a perfectionist when it comes to my brows. So the brows are done. I don't like mine very boxy, but I do like them to look bushy. I don't know why. I love a bushy brow. So that looks really good. I'm just going to take a micro pencil and just define the top of it a little bit. Just clean up right here. Fill in my tail just a little bit. That looks great. So that's them looking amazing. I'm just going to comb them. So yeah. All right. The next thing I really want to get into is just like maybe you guys see how fast my hair is growing. Like, oh my god, it's growing so fast. But it's really healthy. I've been putting the Garnier Fructis anti-frizz serum and also the leave-in conditioner in my hair mixed with water and aloe vera juice in a spray bottle, and I use that, and it tends to hydrate my hair really good, and my curls last all day. And I might have to like spritz it once or twice during like a hot spell or anything like that, but my hair has been really moisturized lately. So let's get back into the makeup look. So you know me, I love my elf. So on my face today I used these two, the elf in rich chocolate for like my blemishes and everything, and then to highlight in like these spaces here and on the forehead and things of that nature, I use this, but I just want to add just a little bit more of this highlighting color just to brighten up my eyes a little bit more. And I like to add it here as well. And around my nose I like to lighten up as well. So this will bring some light to my face and also soften my eyes and those lines and things of that nature. So I'm gonna tackle this part with a concealer brush from Nicka K, and I like to use this when I'm doing my concealer. So I'm just gonna start to blend this out. And I like to blend it softly around my nose and out like this, and this softens up those smile lines and things of that nature, and brightens up the face right here without putting all of the extra concealer on and having to dilute your skin color, you know what I mean? You can just brighten it up. And this is an excellent brush to do that with. And you want to just make sure you're stippling. And this softens up them smile lines and everything, and just makes everything softer and just a little bit more prettier without completely lighting up the entire face. You know what I mean? You don't have to lighten up so much and waste so much concealer. I just bring that down to the lip just to brighten it up. And I just wanted the eyes to dry down a little bit more. That's why I didn't really go right into that section yet. And you want to make sure it's laying down like really flat. The flatter you get it, the better, I would say, because it's going to help you like to not crease or anything like that. So now I can start here. I'm gonna just start, and I'm just gonna start pressing lightly around my eye, keeping it higher, not going so low, and pressing this here just to lift the size of my face. And I'm gonna fuse that into my lids just to make all of that color cohesive. And you want to blend further into the hairline. And lightly dilute that color up. And I love this brush. It never gives me any problems, really. Like when I use a concealer brush like this, shaped with an angle, it tends to do very good work. As I hold my skin taut, I like to just stipple there. No swiping, just stippling. And that's how you get it to stay flat. When you drag it, that's what will cause creasing, and it will cause unnatural creasing. That looks perfect. I'm gonna grab a blending brush, so, and I'm gonna take a clean blending brush and just make sure to blend out any extra product that may have got under the eye. And just blend it out. Voila. And now we move on to the other side. And I like to switch between brushes like this because it helps it to look more natural, and you can blend it better with a smaller brush in these areas. And you see how I'm holding my skin tight, but I'm not really putting that much pressure on my skin. I like to take this brush and just blend and press to help further blend and dry that concealer out. And that makes it look natural as possible. looks amazing. So I'm gonna further finish this part. I like to go to the brow like that, and then I like to come up and out and just blend it towards this hairline. That's what I was trying to show you guys on the other side, but you probably didn't see it. And this helps it to blend out with the rest of the skin tone. And then I switch to this brush again, and we'll blend it out. I'm gonna stipple and rock back and forth. And you see how that just brightened up everything. It really brightened it up really good too. That's amazing. So I'm just gonna make sure I blend it here. I'm gonna put a little bit of shadow on my eyelids as well, so it helped to prep as well. Wonderful. As you can see, it looks wonderful. Everything is amazing. Yep. So I'm gonna keep it simple today. I'm gonna work out of my Mary Kay palette. This one is one of my favorite palettes. I always rant and rave about. It's just something that I can throw in my purse, and it always makes for a pretty outcome. So on the eyes, we're going to do something a little dainty. I have a blending brush, dual-sided. It's really a concealer brush, but I like to use this and for my eyeshadow as well, because this blending side is phenomenal. So I just want a little wash of pink on my eyes. So first I'm going to start with the lighter color pink, and I'm really going to saturate my brush into this pink right here, and this is going to be my crease color. So I want to apply this like right here in this area, just to give me a little brightness. And you want to try to keep your eye open as best you can. So you see where that color is now. You see how that color is right there, like that is right where I want it. You want to try to keep your eye open while you're blending a color like this, especially if you have hooded eyes like me. You want to always keep your eyes open. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side as well. And this gives me like a nice champagne pink color in the crease, and it wakes up my eyes a lot. And it's like a chrome pink. So I really love this one from Mary Kay. It's really a good accent on the eyes. I also use this for blush a lot of the times, but today we're not going to use that for blush. So now I want to take my lid color, which is going to be this shimmery brown, and I'm going to flip that around. I'm going to use the flatter side of this brush, and I'm just going to hit my lids with that brown color, and it's really pretty and really pigmented. So you would love this if you were a brown girl like me. Still keeping that eye open, you just want to tap that lid space with that brown and make sure you're covering as much as you can. And it really pops. It really is cute. It really pops. And like stay neatly in place with that, and these don't give you no fallout, so you'll be good as long as you are patting and blending in a controlled way and not so wild. You'll be okay. So I'm just gonna pat that on my lid, and that looks phenomenal as you can see already. I want to blend those two together a little just to make them cohesive, not so much touching each other, just to make them close. So we're not gonna touch the lids at all with this buffing brush. We're just gonna touch the crease, and we're gonna bring that pink into that brown so they can just be there together. All right, now I'm going to take this lighter white color and I'm going to accent my brow bone with that. So I'm going to also use that flat side for this part as well. I'm just going to knock a little bit off of that, and I'm just going to sketch right under my brow with that white shimmery highlighter color. I'm going to pat that there. You know that looks pretty, and I'm gonna flip that around and I'm just gonna blend that into that pink just a little bit, and that's gonna be our brow bone color. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, and that looks amazing. And this is always just like a fun way to brighten up the eye and to have that little play on the eye, not so much as like a nighttime play, but more of a daytime play. That's why I like to use these colors. And then I'll flip and blend those two together to make it look seamless and neater. And now you should see that gradient of color, and it looks amazing thanks to this palette. So next I'm going to take a little bit of this deep pink, and I'm going to just tap on that, and I'm going to add that right on top of that lighter pink, just so we can get a burst in this little area only, not going outside of the eye space, just in the middle, just to bring out that pink. And this is how we bring out the pink. So now we're really gonna see that pink. The eyes look stunning, as you can see that dimension. So when you have hooded eyes, you still can play. You still can play with shades. Don't get like, oh, I can't do it because I have hooded eyes or my eyes. No, you just have to get a good eye cream. Saturates those eyes the night before you know you're gonna wear makeup, right? Make sure your eyes are really moisturized that night before. Sorry, the kids are going to school. That night before, you want to saturate your eyes with like a Nivea cream or some type of avocado cream you can put around your eyes. That's what I do. And then in the morning, my eyes are so wide awoken and they look amazing. So this is the shadow that I'm going to do for you guys today. I think it's really pretty, and I'm just going to add a little bit blush before we go. So give me a minute. Now the blush I'm going to use is from Bodyography, and it's their Forever Summer palette, one of my favorite ones. So I'm just going to take the side of my powder brush, and I'm going to dip into that bright pink and just tap a little bit on it, and I just want to swipe down right there with the lighter pink. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Swipe down with that slanted side. And this really hugs my cheek. So it's great for a blush. And I like it a lot. And I think that's it, guys. I think we're all done. Thanks for spending the morning with me. Thanks for getting ready with me. I hope you loved my pink chrome look. If you have any suggestions, leave it in the comments. Remember, show love, give love. Bye.